Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently finished the best of the entire trilogy of The Magicians, and of course it's called The Magician's Land. And following from the second book, Quentin's been kicked out of Fillory and things are dark and dismal. And he has to go back to Brakebills, of course. And he leaves Janet and Elliot behind to take care of Fillory while he's away. There are a lot of things that happen in this particular volume, and I'm not going to go through them, but it's really quite multi-layered and multifaceted, and by far the most surreal book in the series. It is absolutely mesmerizing. From the moment that you pick it up, you think, where's Lev going with this? And then at the very end, you feel like you're right there with Quentin and discovering what his mending really means, and just the his craft, his ability, his talent, and just how much weight that actually carries. It's an onus, and it's also a blessing. I'm not going to go into what he does with it later on, but you figure out more about Plum, and Plum is an interesting character. She realizes her own identity. It's a quest for her as well, as self-realization and actualization and identity. And we learn more about Martin and Ember and Umber, and I won't go into all of that. It's like I said, there is a lot covered in this particular volume, and it's it's unbelievable. But we have the usual snappy Elliot retort, and just his sarcasm, his deprecating humor, and his wit, and we love him for that. And sometimes he can come across as kind of an a-hole and a d-bag, but we still love Elliot. And we have Josh and Poppy, and Poppy was a character that was introduced in the prior book, and she wants just to jump in head first. She has no ties to Fillory like Quentin does, but she's absolutely fascinated by it, and she wants to go on an adventure. So, of course, logically speaking, she follows her nose and jumps in toes first, like any audacious Aussie would, undeterred and unfettered and completely unfazed. It's not petrified by anything, because there are a lot of things that are said about Australia in this book that I agree with. It's so funny. It's just, he says, oh, there are just so many indigenous creatures here that can kill you. I thought, yep, that's true, but I still want to go there at some point in time to visit, because I have friends there. But yeah, I'll just stay far away from the creatures that can possibly wound me or fatally end my life. That's redundancy. Anyway, I loved it. I cried. I really did. The ending was very satisfactory for me, even though it ended in a very Lady or Tiger manner, and it left it open for maybe another series to be written, or spin-off, because I could see where this could go. But as far as I'm concerned, it was extremely satisfactory, and I was very pleasantly surprised with how the book came to a conclusion. And the magic battles in and of themselves were unbelievably good. And I could see every blow, every parry, every dodge that was made in these uncanny metaphysical jousts that were done. And just... I loved every moment of it. I could just visualize it in my mind's eye, and I'm wondering how they're going to do that in the television show now, because I like the television show, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't follow the books precisely. I still enjoy it because I love the actors and actresses that portray the roles, particularly Elliot. I love Elliot. I don't know, I really connect with Elliot for some odd reason. Maybe it's because he's kind of, you know, he's quippy, he's eccentric, he's kind of a lush, and he is transsexual, and yeah, he knows it and he doesn't care. He is a lover. And not only that, but he is very erudite and strategic, and I enjoy that as well. And I've fallen for the actor who plays him, and I just think that he is absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and I would die to have that hair. But anyway, and besides, he dresses very well. Very, very dashing, and his style of fashion is very Victorian Edwardian-esque. But I really don't have that much to say about the trilogy, but I was very pleased with how it came to an end, and I'm interested in seeing what Lev does next. I'm very excited to see where the show goes next. Of course, I have the original series as well as Shannara on DVD. I'm just biding my time for the series to actually start happening again, but I've been catching up on some other things. But as far as the Magician's Island not the Magician's Island, but the Magician's Land is concerned, it's the acme of the series. The pinnacle, the bismuth, the ultimate, the creme de la creme. I can't give it that much more praise. It goes beyond my shoddy vocabulary. That's pretty much all I have to say. And we'll see you next time. Take care of yourself, everybody. Live long, prosper. Ciao tutti.